Hey, she works. Now this is an Aprilia RSV Mille, and as you can see it's in pretty shocking condition. Now this bike's actually been written off. I'm sure it's rolled over or gone into a ditch or something. It's had a pretty bad life and it's due to be put into boxes for parts. But before we do that, myself and Ian, a friend of mine, this is his workshop, we're going to give it one last lease of life and we're going to turn this bike into a track bike. So in a couple of months time we're going to take this down to Brands Hatch and give it a thrashing on one of their track days. So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got all the bits and pieces here. Some of the panels are okay, some of them are not. Got a new nose cone there, and we're having real problems here with the fuel delivery. And we've just lifted the tank and noticed that one of the fuel lines is actually split in half. Now this is probably because it's been upside down and it's had a good whack. So we've got a fair bit of work to do on the fuel delivery system before we can get it to start properly. But we have got some easy starts, so we're going to give it a try in a minute and see if we can just get it to turn over and fire. We're not even sure if this thing has a spark yet, so we do need to check that. It's a bit of an unknown bike, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool track bike. All this will come off. Anything that we don't need will take off, and we'll just make it a bare matte black track bike. And I'll take you guys with me and we'll put the camera on. But yeah, we're going to do this over the next couple of months on and off, so do stick with me on this channel and you can see us working on this. And we've got a lot of work to do to get it mechanically right. So I'm just going to empty this fuel tank out so we can lift it off and have a look at the airbox underneath. Just before we turn it over, I want to make sure there's no squirrels living in there and we're not sucking anything into the engine that we shouldn't be. So we're just going to pop this airbox off and have a quick look, and then we'll check there's a spark. Now this is a V-twin, but it's got 4 spark plugs, so that's 2 per bore, which is pretty odd. But there you go, you see we've got a brilliant spark there, so we're quite happy with that. We checked all 4. So we're just going to use the easy start here to give it a go and see if it turns over and see if it fires. And if it does, in the next video we'll do a lot more work in getting that fuel system back together. So join us in the next video, we'll delve into more and try and get this thing running. Right guys, we're on day 2 of the project on the RSV Mille, the track bike project that we got. Now, I've just come in this morning to do the fuel lines. I've just bought a bit of fuel hose and a couple of clips just to get that new fuel line in where it was connected to the tank. So that was the job this morning to get this running. But we subsequently found it's got a major oil leak. So the oil cooler at the bottom there, it's had a dink, it's had a knock when it's gone down, and it is leaking. So we're pretty sure there's no oil in there. So I'm not going to start it today just because we don't want to run out with no oil. So we're going to wait for an oil cooler to come down, and once that's fitted, we'll get that hose on and this thing will fire up, and then we'll get on with that project. But that's not the end of the world. While we're down here, I've got another project which I'm going to go and show you in a minute over the other side. So it hasn't been a total waste of time coming down to Ian's. A little bit disappointing we can't get any work done on the Aprilia today, but that's just the way it goes. Anyway, we'll move on to something else. You would have noticed that we bought Louise, I'll show you it here, picked up a bike from central London for Louise for when she passed her test. It's a CB500R on a 2022 plate. Now we got that at a right bargain. We've bought that for 1,800 quid because it was a category N, which just means it's been written off by the insurance company because of the plastics and it was cosmetically damaged. Structurally okay, which is perfect for a first bike for her. But it does need a few parts. Now Ian said to me while I've been over there looking at that Aprilia, I've got some bits and pieces that might interest you for Louise's bike because it does need a few bits and bobs. And here he's got a CB500R, which mechanically, and it's pretty much interchangeable for the 500F. All the front end's different. This one would have had a fairing on it and all clip-on bars and stuff, but otherwise it's not that dissimilar to Louise's bike, and I can take some parts off it. Now, her bike being a write-off, it has come with a few bits and bobs that it does need. It needs a seat, it needs a clutch case. It doesn't need a clutch case, it's just marked, but it also needs a new clutch because it's slipping. Now her one has done 20,000 miles, so the clutch is really due to be done. This one here has only done 4,000 miles before it was crashed, so I'm hoping that we can take the clutch plates out of this one and put them into Louise's one. Again, that's going to save us loads of money. Now I've bought this bike as spares for 100 quid. He's just said take it away, 100 quid, it's yours, put it in your workshop. So it does mean that we've got every spare we need and a whole complete engine should Louise's bike go wrong. So we've got to get this out here. It's quite trapped at the minute in between all these bikes, so we're going to have to get this out. I'm not sure if we're going to have to use the forklift, but I'm going to get this on my van, get it home, and then start taking the bits off this that we need for Lou's bike. Right, before we do anything, we need to make some space, so going to move the transit out the way a little bit. Hey, she works. Should be enough, I reckon. Now, I have got a feeling that the front end is dangling off this, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it out on my own. Yeah. Front end is connected, so I think I might cut that pipe off and remove the front end completely. There we go. It's going to make it a lot easier, isn't it? No dangly front end.
Hold on to it.
Yeah. I'll try. As soon as I get it this side, I'll lift the front with you. Oh, it's heavy in it. Yeah. Looks, isn't it?
It is.
So should we pop it over there and then I can get your truck moved backwards? Yeah, it's had a nasty whack. I'm hoping that wasn't someone's balls that's hit that, because that's going to be sore. Front end completely missing. All it was held on by was the brake hose, so we've just cut that off. And yeah, that's what's left of that. But the actual engine itself, I say the casings are all good, so hoping the block's all right. Now you can see down in there the oil filter itself is completely knackered, so that's had a whack, which is why most of the oil's drained out. Pipes are all knackered there, but it has got a little bit of oil in it, so just hoping that the block itself is okay, and it's that oil filter that's been smashed and while it's all leaked out. But I don't know, for the parts we need off it, it's absolutely fine. So this week's video, we're not going to be doing any work on that Aprilia. We'll do a video on this. We'll take all this apart, see if we can get all the nuts and bolts undone, the ones that haven't been smashed, and just rob the bits that we need off it for the other one. Right, there it is. There's the bike on the ramp. That was quite heavy getting it on there, to be fair, but it's all right. It's on there. So I'm going to strip this apart now. It's going to take a few hours, so I will put it on time lapse, and I'll stop the time lapse if I find something interesting to see. And obviously, this is the donor bike for this one. This one I showed you a minute ago. This is Louise's CB500R. So I've just put the seat on there. That fit perfect. So that was a straight swap over. Her one had a little hole in it, so it was letting in water, so that was no good. So that was cool. That's one bit off. Now, like I said, I'm going to take the engine out, get that on the bench. The clutch from that and the clutch case is going to go onto this one here, and any other spares that I can get off it. Obviously, I'm only having the parts off this. The frame is going back. The frame has to be disposed of because it's a written off bike. It's a breaker's bike. Ian's got to dispose of that. So all I'm doing is collecting the parts. Right, most important thing while we've got the time lapse, we're going to get some tunes. There we go. That's all that's left of the forks from that crash. The rest of it is completely gone. there you go. There was a couple of hours stripping there. That was a bit of fun. And you can tell why these Hondas are so well made. It's really hard to get apart. All the cables and the pipes are so clipped up properly. Anyway, that's a spare engine. So I've now got a spare engine for that if we need it. Plus I've got the parts that I need to take off of this to put on there. So that's a real bonus. A couple of bits I've taken off. Obviously I want the chain guard for that one. Got the seat, which I've put on there already. And I've got all these spares now to go through. Obviously the frame's got to go back. It's got to be crushed and scrapped. But a box full of spares, got a rear wheel there. Obviously the tank is dented and it's smashed, but the fuel pump and everything underneath is intact, and I'm hoping that will still work. And I've got some electrical stuff in there. So on the whole, a real good exercise to get that apart. But you can see the state of the pipes here. Something really whacked that bloody hard. And again, the radiator absolutely destroyed. But it got pushed in, but the fan survived. So I think everything got caught on that left-hand side. But yeah, I was expecting that to be smashed against the block, but it wasn't. And that's still, oh, it's not going to work, but it's not broken. So that's a good sign. It means the engine didn't take too much of a whack. Well, that's it for another video this week. We did get to work on this CB500R. Yeah, I'm looking all over the place because the bike is all over the place. It was great that we got to pick that up, and we didn't get to work on that RSV. But next week, if that oil cooler turns up, we'll jump straight on that and get that running. And I didn't want to end the video without saying, if you recognise this bike or you recognise that registration number, I do hope you're okay. Now, you sometimes forget that when you look at these bikes, we look at them as parts and spares, but there's a story behind them. And someone's come off that and potentially got really hurt. I hope they haven't. But it just makes you think, you know, I'm a biker, and all you bikers will probably feel the same, that there's a story there. Someone has had to fall off this bike to make it into parts for us. So, yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that I do hope the person that crashed this thing is all right.